everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joey the Veiled Cottage Witch, and this is another episode of One Card in 4 Decks. Today we are going to work on the 10 of Cups, this beautiful card right here, and we'll be talking about the Rainbow Moonstone. I hope you can pick up those beautiful flashes of rainbow color in there. Rainbow Moonstone is so beautiful. I do collect as many as I can find because they just make me so happy. So that is part of what we're going to talk about today. Now, if you're new to my channel, I am a tarot enthusiast, a mentor, a metaphysical practitioner, and a folk witch, also an herbalist. So I do talk about a lot of subjects on this channel, but recently I've been doing this series where I go through the Rider-Waite imagery and I talk about and compare it to different other decks that may or may not be Rider-Waite based, so that you can kind of move on from the Rider-Waite Smith imagery and kind of get you to move on to other decks. If this doesn't vibe with you, or you're just ready to move on to other decks, I always tell everyone to start with this deck, learn this language. It's so much easier once you learn that language to move on to other decks. So it has been tremendously helpful for me to memorize this imagery because it makes working with new decks like a cinch, because I have that memory of all those Rider-Waite cards in my head. So when I get decks that are kind of difficult to interpret, I just superimpose that Rider-Waite imagery right on top, and then I can pick out certain imagery that goes right back to the Rider-Waite, and there I go, there I have my interpretation. So that's this series. So if you think that's what you like, so let's do it. Stick around. So we're working with the 10 of Cups today. And the 10 is all about completion. We started with 1 cup and we've moved all the way through to the 10. The ace was the beginning, and now 10 is the completion. What we've started, we're now ending. So if you remember back to the ace, it was the beginning of that, pulling at your heartstrings. Now we've completed that, and you can see there's now a happy family with 2 kids. They are dressed just like mom and dad. There's a beautiful house. There's a lovely stream and a beautiful rainbow with all the cups represented through that rainbow. Clear sky, everything is hunky-dory. Everything is beautiful. Those are the main symbols of the 10 of Cups. It's hard not to smile and get excited, especially during a reading of like a love reading. How's my relationship going? If this comes up in a relationship reading, you can rest assured it's going very well. Now, I do want to caveat this. Rainbows do not last forever. And if you've watched my majors versus minors video in my tarot troubleshooting series, you know that this is just one day. This is a snapshot of a day. This is a minor arcana card. This is not Temperance, okay? This is not the Star, all right? This is one day, and rainbows don't last forever. We know this, right? This is a snapshot of one day. That's important to remember. Rainbows don't last forever, right? Just like full moons don't last forever, sunshine doesn't last forever. We know these things, right? Scientifically, we know these things, right? So currently, I'm an energy channel. I read energy currently. Currently, everything is wonderful. You're getting along, your children are happy, the home life is good. All right? So, let's see what we can find in imagery in the Raven's I almost forgot the name of this. The Raven's Dream. Yes, the Raven's Dream Tarot. I bring this one out all the time. So here's the 10 of Cups in the Raven's Dream Tarot. Now, first thing we notice is the rainbows. Look at them. They're coming out everywhere. We've got a wolf pack here to represent the family. Look at this beautiful tree. We've got as above, so below going on here, right? Happiness, 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 happiness. The cups are represented by the ravens. We've got 10 of them here. And we've got the full moon overhead. Instead of the sun, we've got, the sun's not represented, but you see that it's a sunny day. So we've got the moon over here representing the brightness, right? Everything looks beautiful here. You know, the ravens are roosting. You know, the wolf pack is just kind of passing through. But look at the rainbows. I just love that. And the tree representing a family for me is beautiful. You know, we all have our family trees. This is just a beautiful interpretation of family and the family, you know, and the family. Everything represents family here. Whether that's a pack or, you know, a flock or a tree. I just love that. It's all roots, right? Family roots. Down here we've got beautiful lotuses upon the water. Again, family. Everything's connected, is it not? Right? I mean, truly and honestly, nature, and we're included in that, is all connected. So I love that representation of family. And then the beautiful rainbows above and below. Beautiful. I know I use this deck all the time in this series, but there's a reason, because this is probably my favorite collage deck that I own. Raven's Dream Tarot. If you don't own it, you should buy it. I love it. Okay, on to the Tarot of the Dragons. And look at what we have here. We have the Northern Lights to represent the rainbow. I accept it and allow it. I love it. Love it. It's beautiful. Here we have the family, right? They're in the snow and they're looking up and enjoying what they see up here. They're reveling in it. They're all in awe. The kids are playing. This reminds me of taking my little ones to see a fireworks display and just looking up at the sky and ooh and ah, you know, just have, I dropped my porcupine quill. But just coming together to enjoy the show. That is beautiful. You know, yes, there's no house in the background. You know, there's no stream, there's no trees, but there doesn't need to be. You know, there's mountains here, But they're not paying any attention to that. They're all about this beautiful display in the sky. They're coming together to appreciate it. Isn't that beautiful? The cups may as well not even be in this display. They could just be down here on the ground as far as I'm concerned, because they're all about the northern lights. I love this one. I had to pull this out. I had to pull the dragons out for this. This is gorgeous. Beautiful display. All right. And finally, you see what I have here, the Antique Anatomy Tarot. I love the elixirs suit in this. They speak volumes. The rods are okay. The swords are okay. You may see a little bit of that as we go, but the elixirs is where it's at in this deck. So here we have the 10 of elixirs. And if you can see, what we have beautiful, what looks to be hibiscus flowers. We have love, we have passion, we have happiness, we have calming, we have dreaming, we have harmony, we have wisdom. We have all the things, all the wonderful things that everybody wants in life. This is the jackpot. And isn't that true? Not everybody wants this, but isn't that what every heteronormative people want is, to have a family, to have children, to have the house, and, have that wonderful life. And these are all the things that everybody kind of wants in life. They want that beauty, that love, happiness, calming, passion, harmony, wisdom. They want all these elixirs. And all of the growth and beauty that is included. It's the jackpot, right? So I had to bring this one out because it just has everything that almost everyone wants out of life. It's the jackpot. So we have the Rider-Waite version, the happy family. We have the 10 of Cups of the Raven's Dream Tarot. The wolf, the tree, the roots of the tree, the rainbows, the lotuses, and the ravens, all connected as part of nature. We have the dragons and the Ouroboros, the northern lights, and then we have the 10 of elixirs, which is everything we could possibly want tied together. So that's about it. That's all I have to say about the 10 of Cups. It's a pretty straightforward interpretation. Now, I did come across when I was looking at my other decks that were not quite as happy. And like the Murder of Crows deck, I just couldn't see the joy and the happiness. And you're going to come across those decks, that do not portray that. That's okay. Sometimes authors choose not to see that joy and happiness. Read their guidebook. Let them explain to you what that means. So I chose not to choose that deck to talk about today because I don't know. I see things differently, and I wanted to point out the joy of this deck. When we get to darker, more sorrowful cards, when we get to the swords, which is going to come up after we get done with the court cards, you might see more of those cards come out. but I couldn't see using it for such a lovely, beautiful card today. So we may get to those, as we get to those hard to talk about cards, we will get to those hard to look at cards. So enjoy the beauty of the moment here with these bright and shiny cards. So, because they're not always going to be so bright and shiny. So you've been warned. All right. Okay. Be sure to check out my website at theveiledcottagewitch.com. Everything's going to be down in the description box. You can request a reading or a service. I do classes one-on-one. You can do those virtual or in person. So be sure to check those out. Be sure to check out my herbal products. I have everything from herbal remedies to incense and spell powders. Just go ahead and check it out. Lots of good stuff on there. And yeah, that's it. Please have a wonderful rest of your day and live for yourself and live your best life. Wait, that's backwards. Let's try that again. Live your best life and live for yourself. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.